Oh.
Nyakit.
The one at Nyakit.
Haba. Halito. I forgot how Darren was talking Comanche this morning.
Oh.
Good morning. Good morning. Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd.
El Reno.
El Reno, El Ghetto. Finally got this guy back.
Finally.
Dang.
Where you been, brother?
On a hiatus.
How you been, brother?
Sober up? Yeah.
And I had to get out of OIN this weekend. It was getting out of hand. Or before I got out of hand.
Well, where you been? What you been up to?
Oh, been busy, man. Just had a yoga camp last week.
A yoga camp?
Yeah, kind of yoga for the youth and cultural camps. Kind of fit everything in there. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
And then yesterday I went to the Woodward County in Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? That's all BIA?
Yeah.
And it's only the native, just their prisoners?
Yeah.
Just their inmates? I don't know if I should say prisoners, but
no, inmates.
They're inmates.
Yeah.
So how many counties do they have? They have quite a few then, huh? If they're contracting them out.
Yeah.
Bringing them from as far as what? Lame Deer?
Yeah, New Mexico, Lame Deer.
Lame Deer.
North and South Dakota.
Wow, that's awesome. Pretty cool. So it's all kinds of different tribes then, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. Good deal. And you introduce them to Wellbriety?
Yeah.
Do any of them know about it?
There is probably out of 20. There was 22 of them. Maybe 5 of them have seen the book before and went through the steps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Were they from a certain area, or were they just all spread?
All spread. 2 of them from New Mexico. One was from Lame Deer. And only the one from Lame Deer and the other 4 were in New Mexico.
Well, good morning, Brother Dave.
Oh, TJ.
Yo, Deadly Young. Good morning, Drew. Good morning, Sally. TJ, Mr. from the Comanche Nation. Good morning, good morning. Well, that's awesome. Wellbriety, the Red Road to Wellbriety is definitely becoming a movement amongst Native people. If you don't know about Wellbriety, I recommend, you look into it. We can help you look into it. We can, we got books. It's not as, I think about how easy it is to get AA literature and, that type of, because what I've learned is that, all these different programs, the principles stay the same. So, I'm not saying Wellbriety is the only way because I got sober through AA. So having that understanding of AA definitely helps with Wellbriety. Where, you just, it's easy to break down the Wellbriety book after going through the AA steps. And I know my brother Dave, he did the same thing, and it's definitely a movement, definitely a movement. And it's not just for Native Americans. On the front of this book, it has the medicine wheel and all races are represented, so that, it's not just a Native American thing, just like we always say, addiction doesn't discriminate, so neither should recovery. So, you already falling asleep?
No.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. He wasn't he? He was already.
Yeah, I'm not even. I'm tired, but I'm not falling asleep.
When I looked over, he was already going like that. Okay. Well, we better get this over with where old man falls out on us. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What's today, the 5th?
The
6th.
6th all day long.
Today's August 6th, summer, still in the summer stage, facing south, red youth. We have to have one mind for the 4 directions. Until we reach that one mind, we cannot be filled with understanding. The Creator will not answer until you have just one mind, just like if you have one person. Grandfather William Commenda. Algonquin. The elders have taught us to balance our lives emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. If I am out of control emotionally, I get angry, doubtful, or erratic. I am out of balance if I trigger bad mental pictures of my brothers and sisters. I am out of balance. If I get too hungry, hangry, angry, lonely, or tired, I am out of balance physically. If I don't pray and talk to the Creator daily, I am out of balance spiritually. To be centered, I must be in balance. The Creator talks to me in a quiet and still place. So if I get angry, what should I do first to pause and get still so I can hear the guidance of the grandfathers? O Great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the winds, protect and keep my safe today. Hear my prayers. Ooh. All right, I'll pass it over to you, Mr. Boatman. What do you think of that?
Well, what came to mind was that, it says the elders have taught us to balance our lives emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. It seemed like all them years, I was, they talk about how alcoholic becomes, irritable and discontent. I would show up in one part of my life, the 4 parts: mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And it seemed like I could focus on maybe 1 or 2 of them, but I couldn't focus on 4 of them. So, that always bothered me, that I never got comfortable. I never understood, that it was definitely all needed to be taken care of. I thought, well, I'm a physically fit guy. Whatever's coming at me, I'm gonna be able to handle that because I thought I was tough, and then I would be, maybe I could handle it physically, but I couldn't handle it, mentally and spiritually, and definitely not emotionally, because that's where I lacked most of my life, was emotionally. I would always look at my life and realize that only 10% of my life is what happened to me. The other 90% was how I reacted. So good morning, Cindy. Whenever, good morning, Janice. Whenever I'm struggling emotionally, that affects the rest. That affects the other, the other areas of my life that I need to be thinking about. It wasn't even until, 3.5 years ago that I started thinking about, the spiritually, the emotionally, the mental, and the physical. It wasn't even, I never even processed that. It never even crossed my mind to think that I'm struggling in these areas. And my physical was strong. My physical was real strong. I mean, all the nonsense I used to get into. Thank you, Is that Lanita? Larita. Thank you.
Larita.
But my physical was like real good. I mean, I probably didn't look like much, probably weighed 100 pounds soaking wet. But my physical was good, and because of that, I thought I could take on whatever life was throwing at me mentally. And definitely was struggling spiritually because I'm only talking to God because I'm treating him like he's Santa Claus. I want him to fix this situation right then and there, and we're not on his time, I mean, he's not on our time. We're on his time. So as I got into sobriety and I learned how to meditate, I learned how to sit still in the quiet. I didn't need that chaos anymore to have another excuse to keep using. So what had happened was I learned how to get in touch with the Creator, and I started noticing that the things that I'm asking for started materializing in my life, and the peace that came with that, man, I protect that peace at all costs today. Like I always say, I can't even imagine like arguing with anybody or having bad thoughts because I see somebody, and I've learned just to not even put myself in that situation. That's probably got to be like the awareness today whenever I'm looking at all four of those parts of my life. Where am I at physically? I can get up and I can take care of myself. And I'm blessed for that. Very blessed, very grateful for that opportunity to be able to get up and come to work and take care of myself. I don't have to depend on nobody else. I have a able body, and I'm more than willing to get up and do what it takes to take care of me. Mentally, am I taking care of things as they come along, or am I letting things pile up? Am I not facing things so that I can have a clear mind? I can have uh, how am I dealing with my depression? How am I dealing with my anxiety? Are these things I'm just I'll deal with them later. I'll deal with them later. No, that's not what I've learned through my sobriety. I've learned to look at these things, pray about them, and see how there's some things that only God can help me with that I can't help myself with. And that's one of them. Is I don't know when this anxiety is gonna hit. I don't know when I become irritable and that discontent, and them things start coming over me, and I'm able to look at these things, sit down, and think about how I can go about something better. We all know I got a big mouth. I can talk. And sometimes that I have to stop myself. Because I'll just keep going and going and going. And I like to tease. I like to give people hell, but how bad am I bothering their spirit? How bad am I? Humor. Humor can I can take it too far sometimes. But at the same time, that mental part about being able to control what's in my, whatever's in my hands, I'm gonna love and respect it. And that's gonna help me, mentally. Well, then spiritually or emotionally, how can I put my pride and ego to the side? And I'm dealing with alcoholics and addicts all day long. They might say something that, the old me would not take. But I also understand that, these are people with the same sickness that I have, except theirs is untreated. That's all it is. That's the only difference. Theirs is untreated. I have that awareness now. I can't use the excuse that I don't know any better anymore. I got to man up, admit when I'm wrong. And whenever I'm wrong, I have to be able to say, I'm sorry. That's a big part of my sobriety. And, and just doing the right thing when nobody's looking. That's a big one. That's a big one in my sobriety. And then, spiritually, before we had our ceremonies this year, I was scared. I'm not going to lie. Like, I had that fear of the unknown. You know, I was praying and praying and praying, you know, please let me make it. Let me get through this, you know, and then as soon as it was over with, like like that relationship that I needed whenever I was unsure, and he answered my prayers, you know, I quit that talk,
Yeah.
you know, and it just made me realize, like, wow, like, you're kind of a sorry dude, Barry. You know, when you needed him, he was there for you. And now that, you know, you get time to prepare for next year, yada, 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 you know, when it gets close again, you're going to need him again. So why strain that relationship when I can work on it every day, you know? And when things, I get worried about something, you know, I got something heavy on my heart today, you know, but I know that only God is the only one that can have control and can, you know, see things through for me and make things. And I'm, you know, I have all the faith in the world in him today that everything's gonna be all right. You know, so when it talks about all four phases, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, do I feel like I'm above it? No, like, it ain't about that. It's about me just being okay with myself. You know, if I'm okay with myself, then that kind of radiates. You know, that lets off that, you know, I'm not over here just stressing. I'm not over here just you know, winging it. And you know, because I know what happens whenever I think I got control of this thing. You know, things don't turn out very well. So I'm just blabbing now. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. So.
Oh, it's about to.
Oh.
Oh, good morning, Cheyenne. Pretty flowered. Todd Warner from all the way from Anadarko.
Ooh, Dodge.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I like that. Pretty flower. You gonna do some announcements? Or
yeah.
You already forget how to do this?
Nah, I didn't know if he's. I forgot. I need to order me a shirt. We got order shirts. We got till what, the 13th?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get part of the announcements. Talkspace. Make sure when you do Talkspace, when you do the app or go online, put www.talkspace.com/chator.
CHATOR.
Yeah. So see.
And the passphrase where it says organization,
yeah,
you put restore. That's where you put restore at. When it says organization, you put restore right there.
I had a lot of hiccups these last couple of days. Overdose prevention packs. So it's our new No More 49 bags. OIN, it's all the powwow season's done.
Well, we got Labor Day coming up.
Oh yeah, we got
Labor Day.
Calling it.
So get your Plan Bs. Good morning, brother Fran. Oi. Patrice, good morning. Paula Poundstone, good morning.
Who? Oh, but I have to get through the announcements.
Oh, Miss Whiteman, Courtney Whiteman.
The virtual studio.
Yep, he ain't been in a while.
Been on the field.
Washing dishes. Hey. Yeah.
Oh yeah, overdose prevention packs. Check it out. Fill out jot form. You don't have to put a name. It can be a current residence. Anonymous. Shout out to Brand Logics. Text TOR to 888-580-4TOR for for some updates or announcements. Get you a shirt. Get your Res Covery shirt.
All Nations Res Covery T-shirt.
Remember, if you don't want it to be shipped, you don't want to pay the shipping and handling.
Have them shipped to us, and we'll mail it to you for free.
Yeah, or you can come.
And they're pretty keen. Pretty keen. I mean, let me show them real fast. I like them. You know, check it out. You know, it's pretty funny what it says there on the shirt. So check it out. Go to our Facebook and check it out.
August 24th, we're having our overdose awareness event. 10 a.m.'s opening memorial, and then lunch at 12, and then we'll close out 2. And then resource fair. That's all at Watonga Lucky Star Convention Center. So come on out. We're gonna have
memorial benefit dance
right after.
Yeah, right after.
Well, what, 2 to midnight?
2 to whatever.
2 to 49. Are we having the 49?
So better.
Yeah. Jingle dress, all ages. So don't forget, we have a jingle dress special. So come on out, all you jingle dress. All right. Yeah. Then we're still taking applications for the All Nations Res Covery Gourd Clan Princess. So I see the crown back here.
Yep, her banner, crown.
So we're still accepting applications. So send your info in, and we're announcing the 20.
Yeah, 25? What time is it?
9:01.
So we gotta get, huh?
Where will we go?
We gotta go to Clinton.
Oh, we're going to Clinton.
Yeah, we're going to Clinton. Graduation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to the George Hawkins clients. That's a big deal, you know. 90 days. You know, and if you know anybody looking, you know, we have a treatment center here in CNA country. Called the George Hawkins Memorial Treatment Center.
This is our biggest class.
Yeah, biggest class. They're all graduating today, and you know it's a big deal. I think it's a big, huge deal. You know, so yeah, we can get applications if you know anybody looking to get into George Hawkins. But yeah, you know, so with that,
that's it.
I believe that's it. So,